I'm reminded of a statement written by a very famous author in Singapore called Edmund Chan. And the statement goes like this: what one generation neglects, the next generation rejects. The last couple of weeks I've been traveling into different schools. In all of these schools, when teenagers come up to me and talk with me, they share this one concern: my parents are nowhere. My parents are nowhere. Now, is there anything wrong in we going and earning money? Is there anything wrong in we giving our best into working in a place? No, there's nothing wrong. But let's not neglect the time we give to our children. Let's not neglect the time we give to our family. It was about 7-8 years ago. I met this lovely man who was dying of cancer. He was lying down in the hospital. I had gone to just meet him. I sat by his side. And that evening was a very difficult evening because he shared with me something that broke my heart. He said, I lived a life of immorality. I lived a life the way I wanted to live. And as he was sharing, he said, George, today my daughters are all married. 2 of them, they've married and they've got divorced. And they're gone away, they're living their immoral lives. My grandchildren are raised up in some school residential hostel, and my daughters don't have any time for any of these. And today when I reach them out and say, please be careful about immorality, my daughters look at me and say, we don't need morality. I can go on the way I go on. If we neglect some of those foundations and those fundamentals of our life, the next generation is going to reject. If we as a generation are going to reject the consequences of every choice that we make, the next generation is going to be so blind rejecting those consequences. I travel so much. In the midst of my travels, when I come back, I do take time to be with my children. This morning, I had a lovely time. It's one of those times that I have just before I go on to this big trip. And I took my son Jeddy and we had some breakfast together. He will never understand that his father is going around and speaking to thousands. What he will understand is my father took me out for that breakfast day, and that's what he would remember. Let's not neglect anything that our next generation will start rejecting.